Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. And today's we are in
the Bad Cave of Wild Child 83.
the Wild Cave.
Yeah.
Alright, so Wild Child. So we're here and I wanted to make this video because I wanted to show about your ultimate retro machine.
Yeah, as you know, I've got a lot of retro consoles.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a lot of wiring and it's...
It's cable nightmare. It's cable nightmare.
That, and yeah, you need converters because everything is composite or RGB and SCART.
Yep.
And you need all those expensive devices.
So you wanted to build one machine
Yeah.
that of course emulate and just want to have your original games on one machine. So we came across this Republic of Gamers GR8.
Yeah, it's a powerful device. It looks like a console.
Yep. It has an i5 7.
This is the i5 version. There's also an i7 version.
But what most important, it got an GTX 1060.
Also got one with an 1080, but yeah, that one was really expensive.
Yeah, but you want to have a powerhouse of a machine.
Yeah.
Alright, so at first we're going to talk about once again your arcade joysticks. And the reason why you want to have this 4-player arcade experience. So you have chosen just to go like a wild child, like a wild boy in your wild cave and buy 4 of these very expensive but very cool real arcade joysticks.
They are from Razer. We have done a review earlier about them separately.
Yep. But the reason why you chose 4 of them because you had some conflict with USB, what you told me before.
Indeed, it's easy to configure them if you have 4 of the same sticks.
Yep. And you mixed it up with the Mad Cats and the Hori, but it didn't work very well.
Even when I mixed it up with the Pandora Evolution stick, the newer version,
it got some problems with
it got some problems indeed. So yeah, best was to have 4 of the same sticks, and now it works flawlessly.
Yeah, that's really cool. You have 4 sticks. You can play the arcade games. For example, Power Stone from the Dreamcast with 4 players with arcade sticks.
Works perfect.
Man, that's just crazy.
And also other games like Turtles in Time.
But beside the point that you're using arcade, you also have an addiction. I have an addiction to portable systems, but you have this addiction for
controllers.
Oh yeah, and you got a shitload of them. Most of the reviews we did on the channel are from his controllers. But yeah, you have a lot of different controllers basically because you want to have the experience. For example, you have the N64, Mega Drive, NES, you have all these controllers for a certain platform.
Indeed, because then it will give you really the feeling from back at the day. It's still emulation, but I don't like it to play an N64 game on an Xbox controller. It's just different. It doesn't feel right.
What did the Wild Child go? He goes wild by every freaking controller you can get.
So, and most of them are from Retrobit or 8-bit though. Those two companies are the best.
Yeah, but why should you even consider buying a cheap controller that you can... That's not a real arcade experience or straight retro experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, that comes to the controller. So for every platform he has basically a controller. Alright, so you are using Launchbox on Windows 10.
Yeah, indeed. A Launchbox is just a shell. It doesn't include the emulators itself.
Yeah.
So I've used different emulators from different creators and companies.
So show me a little bit, what did you do? You have arcade over here, so what is this?
These are all the arcade games from back at the days.
Computer?
Computer is just Steam. You can link Steam with the system. That's really nice.
So you have Steam on it, that's really cool.
Yeah, it has an inbuilt Steam.
But this is the part this is the reason why you basically bought this thing. Not Atari 2600.
Yeah.
But you want to have all your original games on your system. And as you can see here, I really like this layout. You have these little covers.
Yeah.
And you see here Nintendo Entertainment, you have GameCube. Because of this really powerful machine, you can emulate a lot of stuff. For example, Sega CD, you can play this on, let's say, less powerful devices. But this, especially the bigger or...
Sega Saturn, it won't work on most other systems. It's still not very functional on the Nvidia Shield. Yeah, some games do work fine, but most of them don't. And on the PC, almost all work flawlessly.
Yeah, but Sega Saturn this requires a lot of power, and that is what this DR8 is going to give you.
It's very hard to emulate.
It's very hard to emulate.
And PlayStation 2 also works almost flawless. 99% of the games work.
Really cool that you have PlayStation 2 in this. That is so crazy. Alright, well, even having portable systems.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
They look of course horrible on the big screen, but still there are some scan lines and filters to make it a little bit
but
better.
I understand you just wanted to play the original game. And Sony PSP is something that is very cool.
Yeah, and God of War works good on this device, and it's very heavy game for a lot of Raspberry Pi, Nvidia Shield and all those other Pandora boxes. They just are not there yet.
I'm very curious. Okay, let's go and play some games and let's see how they are running on this GR number 8. 2. Okay, so let's play PlayStation 2.
Soul Calibur 3.
Well, Joe, doing well.
Knockout. That works flawlessly, this game.
Be her only salvation. I shall stand with you. Rock versus Ivy. Fight!
Now playing Virtua Fighter 5. That's so great, because so powerful system, you can play very heavy games like this flawlessly. I'm doing some Die Hard arcade on the Sega Saturn.
Hey, wait a sec, I have never played this game. Just beat 'em up.
Yeah, you don't know this?
No, I only know the Die Hard trilogy from a PlayStation.
God, this is so good.
Oh, I missed it out. That's a shame.
Yeah, there is even a version 2 on the Dreamcast. It's called Dynamite Decade, but it's the second version. Actually, this game was not about Bruce Willis, but in Japan they called this Dynamite Decade. And in Europe they transformed it with Bruce Willis in Die Hard Arcade. So yeah, that's really funny. You got a lot of moves in this game, look.
Whoa.
It's so good game. Played this for hours back in the days.
Cool.
And also this one works flawlessly. And unfortunately this one is still not playable on the Nvidia Shield. So I hope they really will fix this too.
Really classic product.
Yeah. One of my first Sega Saturn games. Oh. Played it a lot. You too, or not?
Yep, on the PlayStation 1. First game.
Yeah. I did only have the PlayStation 1 in 1997, so I played it on the Saturn.
Oh yeah. Works like a charm.
Yeah,
Works like a charm.
I really like this game. But I didn't play it as much as you.
Yeah. A number 1 GameCube game. I can tell you.
You can see a very nice screen, full HD output. It makes the game so much nicer and more cleaner than back in the day.
Oh
Double Dash. Such a nice game.
Love the soundtrack, by the way.
I really like it that you could switch between characters and you get different specials.
Big improvement over Nintendo 64.
Big one.
Okay, so we're going to play some Wii on a PC.
Donkey Kong Country.
Cool that we use the original soundtrack.
Look! Stop! Stampede!
All of moves, everything works like an original Wii, so that is pretty damn awesome,
Yeah,
man.
you play it with an original controller.
Don't fall into the spikes. Don't fall into the spikes.
pretty awesome to play it with an original controller. Nice in HD.
I think it looks way better than an original Wii.
Oh yeah, indeed.
And also you can play some Dreamcast games.
It's such a shame that they didn't continue the saga with other versions. I hope one day they will make a Power Stone 3.
Yep. Yeah, they ported it to the PSP.
Yeah, that's the only thing they did. But no new game. Such a good Smash Brothers clone.
What will happen to our heroes? Welcome to the Power Stone world. Don't miss the elevator, or else you'll be sorry.
Jim, you okay?
Let the battle
This is the
begin.
Dreamcast version you see.
Go!
Can't wait for the original controllers from Retrobit to play this game.
Oh, that would be very cool.
Yeah.
This is the final conclusion about this system. Wildsell, thanks for showing this.
Yeah.
I think this is one crazy machine. I think this is the most crazy machine I ever seen if it comes to retro emulation. Because you can play basically everything with this thing. From the, let's say, the old school Atari games up to the latest Dreamcast games.
Yeah, and also GameCube and Wii U. And yeah, they are also even trying to emulate the Switch games and even PS3. So yeah, how far will you go? But this system is not powerful enough for PS3.
No.
And also for Switch, it's too low. You really need a powerful machine.
You need to have the GRA with 1080 at least.
Yeah, it's so, and that's not retro. And I have those consoles hooked up to my to my television, so I don't need them. This is pure for the old arcade machines and the old retro games up till 2005.
Right, so I want to thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of this, and see you next video. And don't forget, check out the Wicked Gaming channel. Subscribe, hit that little bell.
Yeah, and thank you for watching, people, and until the next time.